Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is July 19, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. All right, so we just got a very ugly week, I should say. Market was on sell-off phase almost the entire week, except Monday. And yeah, Monday we just got into new all-time high, and then after that we went to the downside. So we kind of like a predicted this one. We predicted that market will be in sell-off and potentially market will hit new all-time high this week or last week. Actually, this is the period of July 8th to July 21st. That we kind of like I mentioned that market can go to new all-time high, and after that we will get into a sell-off phase. And sure enough, we just got it right. And the market just got back to its bearish momentum pretty sharply, going to the downside. And right now, everyone is expecting like there is going to be a recession or something like that. But let's go to chart. And this is a weekly chart. And this is exactly what we are expecting. So this is the level that 5,500 to 5,800. So this is a reversal box that I just put it there. And sure enough, we just had it this week. And last week actually was kind of like showing the weakness just at the end of the week. And this week, the sell-off pressure was obviously strong. It was not institution involvement. I believe the institution will involve after a bounce. So this is kind of like a short-term sell-off. We may see a bounce, but overall, I should say we are kind of like in a weekly top, and any bounce could be a sell. Stochastic wise, we just got into a very nice, a very reversal pattern here. RSI is just getting kind of like into sell signal, which just happened in April as well. And also, I should say there is a strong divergence here with MACD, which is kind of like a make this sell off as stronger. So I believe that any bounce within next 2-3 days, I mean Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we can see a bounce. So we will get to the daily chart, and I tell you why. But ultimately, I'm just looking for a 5,100 and even lower. The potential scenario is going to be by October, we can get into 4,900-ish. So that would be kind of like a very, very strong buy signal if we get a reversal, if we want to still be in a bullish momentum. However, there is another scenario that we can get below even 4,900, and we can get down all the way to here, which is 4,700 to let's say 4,600. So this is one of the kind of like a very, very important breakout, just because we got into this previous new all-time high. This is a consolidation institution money, and this is kind of like the area that everyone is looking for. But after that, I'm not expecting a new all-time high. So probably this high is gonna be here for a long time. I believe at least it's gonna be here until like a December or something. Potentially we get into this year high, and after that we can see some kind of like a consolidation, a downside, with kind of like a good small buying opportunity in I should say middle of August, probably for 2 weeks, and then potentially the good one is coming in November time. Right now, I don't think we're gonna see a new all-time high, or even if we get to new all-time high, it's gonna be very, very short-lived, and we can get back to the downside. I believe the market top is here for this year. As if you go to my forecast for 2024 as well, it was kind of like a 2 months off, but I was right for the first half. First half is bullish, the second half is bearish. And right now we are in the second half of this year, and we are starting this bearish momentum just this week. This is going to be a strong call, but I would say this is going to be kind of like my call for now, and we will see how it goes. Moving on to the daily chart. Here is the daily chart. So we just got into this important trend line here. This is a short-lived trend line. And this is a good symmetry, by the way. So that's why I'm kind of like expecting we're going to get a bounce. and this bounce can get all the way to 5600. Potentially it's going to be 100, 120. And then if we get back this to this trend line, that would be kind of like a very, very bad signal, because if we just get below this pivot, I should say this is going to be ascending head and shoulder, and we can get to the next phase of sell-off to 52 to 52.84, which is coming along with SMA 100 as well. So all in all, I should say right now we are not still into overbought condition, oversold condition, but we are pretty close. The fast line is getting close. So potentially Monday, Tuesday, we will see kind of like a market bottoming S&P 500, and also we can see some kind of like a bounce. In Nasdaq, this is different story. So Nasdaq weekly chart, we just got. Let me just zoom back here. So we just got a very strong confirmation that we are in a sell signal. So this is kind of like doji, and this is a reversal in a weekly chart, very strong. So for those ones who want to get to the short position, potentially we will test the middle of this wide range bar here by, let's say, next week, Monday, Tuesday, or even Wednesday. If we get earlier, that would be better. So 20,000 can be tested for the last time, and that is going to be kind of like a selling opportunity. And then after that, we can get to the downside to 18,000 area. So 18,000, 18,600. That's going to be the level for NASDAQ. We can get to this one at least for the short term. Before the next bounce. But I would say everything is coming together for Nasdaq as well. So stochastic, we just got a bear reversal nicely. Here is kind of like a divergence in MACD, and also RSI in a weekly chart. We just got into the bearish momentum, and usually it takes 4 to 5 weeks to finish the bearish momentum. Moving on to the daily chart. So here is the daily chart. We just got into very oversold condition. So this is kind of like this is the support. And also this is kind of like SMA 50 is coming at the same time. Stochastic is getting into the oversold condition. All in all, when I just see this chart, this is very, very important trend line as well. So if I just want to show you here, so here's the trend line that I'm talking about. So we can just put this trend line here, and we can make it bold for everyone to watch. So this is the trend line that I'm talking about. And we are kind of like in a scenario that, yeah, so we are kind of like a broken this, but this is kind of like the third touch. And even if we bring it down here, so that's going to be no touch right now. So we can just see that market still on a very, very important threshold for now for NASDAQ. And this one can see a bounce. We can see a bounce to this area for the next pivot. And then if we can get back to here, if we break through, then we're going to see a perfect example of a short position right now. So I believe the biggest short position is coming within next week. When we see a bounce, I would say that the short position is going to be intact, and we can short the market for a good, decent movement. Potentially ABC down is going to be completed within next few weeks. Moving on to, let me just save this, and moving on to US 30, which is Dow. Weekly chart shows that we kind of like is showing the top here. So this is a nice, perfect scenario of shooting a star. Weekly chart, so we can get a back down. I believe the long-term perspective is going to be this area minimum. So this is going to be 35,000 to 36,000. And right now we are at 40,000. This is very, very important for all those ones who are trading Dow. And the daily chart here as well. So the daily chart shows that we are kind of like getting into important support here. So potentially we will see a bounce, but this bounce is not going to be strong. Potentially we can get to this area and then getting back to the downside. If we get back to the downside with a halfway through bounce, then we can go all the way down here, even lower as well. So this is very, very important for all folks. If you have like a sell signal, if you haven't sold your position, make sure that they just book profit off the table within the next 2 days bounce. Moving on to gold, as we expected. So gold, again, another shooting star. As I said before, lots of markets are in trouble right now. Specifically, they're coming together at the same cycle, which is July top. And here's the scenario. So gold shows a shooting star here, mother of shooting star. So we can't get back to this pivot. If we break through, which I believe we're going to break through, the next levels are going to be here. The important level, which I'm going to wait and buy with two hands, is 1900 to 2000. So 1900 to 2000, this is going to be a fantastic buying opportunity for gold. Right now, we are just sitting on the side. I have no allocation in gold and gold miners, and also silver as well. So I sold all of my positions within this rally. Today, we just finished off our hands. Fantastic profit. Good job, subscribers. And we're just waiting for another buying opportunity. Moving on to daily chart. So here's the daily chart. Gold is coming down with a daily cycle as well. So it's showing the top here. And also stochastic shows very fantastic reversal here. So we're gonna see kind of like the scenario that we're getting downside potentially to 21 to 2200, 2143 for a potential, like, let's say a bounce to this level, and then getting to the downside. As I said, 1900 to 2000 is coming down the road, but we'll see how it goes. Moving on to silver. Silver, we just smashed down today very, very sharply, getting into this important. So we're going to see a bounce, potentially again with a silver. We can see a bounce probably halfway through to $30. So $30, 30 and 20 change. And then if we get back to bearish momentum, somewhere around here, we can go kind of like a to lower low acceleration to 25 to $27 for silver. Even weekly chart in silver, I know it's better pattern than gold, but still we are kind of like a showing a weakness. We can go all the way down to 24 to 26 for silver. When we get to oversold condition, we can think about buying opportunity. Moving on to crude, which are kind of like a smashing down today as I was expecting. I know some of you folks are kind of like heavy in crude, but as I said, crude is very, very bad. So you see this head and shoulder forms very nicely. And right now it's just going down. I believe this is going to be the area that crude can get down for a bounce, $78. $78, we can see a bounce to 80 and then falling off here to $72. So this is the area that I'm just looking for crude, and also the pattern that I'm just looking at for crude. Moving on to Bitcoin, individual names. Bitcoin had a fantastic surge to the upside. 5% great move for Bitcoin after 2 days pullback. So a pretty good momentum here. Ethereum actually just have broken up nicely this bull flag. Ethereum can go to test this high and also this high as well. So Ethereum, Bitcoin, they both very well, did very well. Bond yield just spiking up nicely after recapturing this trend line. This is still bearish to me. So this is going to be a dead cat bounce all the way to 4.6%. And then we can see another sell-off phase. If we get back to this area, that would be kind of like a sharp sell-off all the way sub 4%. So important. TLT, which is Treasury. Oops, Treasury actually just get down today, sharp sell-off, and I believe that still it's kind of like a volatile price action is forming here with Treasury. So we're kind of like seeing three lower highs. We can see the fourth one is coming, but the fourth one is not getting into the higher high, which is problematic because we just got into high, higher low, lower high, not higher high. And then if we get here, probably this trend line is getting weaker and weaker. We should see how it goes. VIX, look at that. So big swing for VIX. What the hell? Just going all the way down to 10.5 and then getting 16. Like crazy volatile day for VIX. I know it's kind of like a manipulation, but this is how it goes. So lots of people are just getting into the bullish momentum when market is down, but this is how manipulation works in VIX. Dixie optic today, still it can go higher to 104, 104.60, but after that, I'm not sure. Magma indicator, so $2.84 down today, and Magma indicator, it's just getting into a support here. So this is kind of like a breakout. This is kind of like the top, and we can get kind of like a support here. Apple, I believe that any bounce could be a sell for Apple. Amazon, 62 cents down today. After hours, even it goes lower. However, this is kind of like a showing the bounce. I believe the bounce is going to 188, 190. And Meta, just a kind of like a reaction. It's kind of like getting into gap field. I believe it's still it can go higher to 495, but after that, I'm not sure. So Meta is weak as well. Microsoft getting down, but reversing back up nicely. So I believe that Microsoft can get into this gap fill here for 48. But after that, I think it's going to get back to the bearish momentum all the way to here. Google, 3 cents down in a very, very big support area. Netflix, that big swing for Netflix today. And I believe I just put a post here, and Netflix can go down here for the first target, and then second target, it can go there, down there. Tesla, $10 down today, Tesla, and 239 is for Tesla today. I believe Tesla weekly chart is very, very weak. If you just look at the weekly chart here, this is kind of like the confirmation that I believe Tesla can go to 200, 220. We kind of like a close our put position today because I believe that still there is going to be a bounce. Good profit for us, folks. We just got into lots of short positions, and we did a fantastic job on that one. SMH, $7.40 down. Semiconductors are weak, so that's why I'm kind of like a betting against the market right now. Stocks the same pattern here, going down. Taiwan Semiconductor 3.55% down. AMD 2.69% down. Still going down, and I believe that AMD is heading to this 110 to 125. Nvidia 2.61% down. Remember, I was saying Nvidia is gonna get here. No one likes it, so some people hate me. I know that, guys. Don't bias on your trades or don't marry with your positions. If it comes here, we're gonna buy it. Basically, we are trader and investor. Just marry and tie to your money, not stocks. Taiwan's Texas Instruments going down today, 3.29%, and even after hours, it took more hit. 190 is going to be trench, but I believe that 173 is going to be on their way. Lamb Research still going down sharply. Like, look at that. So Lamb Research, I hope it gets here. So again, don't hate me if you're a Lamb shareholder. This is a great company, 1,000 to 600. I know you're gonna lose 40%, but we're gonna buy this. Moving on to XLF, which is financial spider. They're just going down. KBE Bank, large cap bank ETF, 6 cents up. KRE just a hiccup today, 28 cents up. JP Morgan 20 cents down today. Goldman Sachs $1.28 down. Bank of America 11 cents down. And even after hours, it goes lower. Wells Fargo as well, so it goes lower 1 cent. Moving on to the GDX, it's kind of like a jumping up nicely, GDX today, and GDXJ the same pattern here. AEM 77 cents up today. Newmont 51 cents up, and Franco Nevada $1.56 down today. I know it's just kind of trying to recapture its trend. We just close our position very, very top here. Gold Barrick 15 cents up, down, but look at the candle here. Still try to hold up each other, but they are weak. Moving on to XLE, which is Energy Spider. As I said, they may go above this trend line, but this is going to be ABC and then going down. Exxon, the same pattern here, goes down, and it's kind of like getting into this trend line here. OIH at $2.70, 47 cents down. Exxon's $2.73 down, huge engulfing pattern. Chevron, the same here. Look at that. The candle is very, very strong. So huge engulfing pattern here for Chevron. And I believe that they're just getting down with crude more. All right, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart, folks. Bye.